Give me just a second, Tommy, and we'll go live on Facebook.
Tommy, you can share it on your Facebook page if you want, since we're going live.
All right. Yeah, the more shares, the merrier.
You never know. I might get Mark Healy on. You never know.
Probably have to go around like 5-ish.
Okay. Yeah. It probably won't take that long, man. All right, here we go. Fine. Sorry, guys, it's being slow.
Comcast.
Hello, college football fans, and welcome back. Another interview session on Sunday with John Sturdivant and I. Today, we have a very special guest. John, I'll let you go ahead and introduce the guest.
I have a friend of mine that I've known over the years who is now a freshman in college at Harding University. Fans might know him up Highway 51 in the surrounding areas of Millington. And his quarterback, Tommy Clifton, joins us on the show. Tommy, welcome to the show. And it's been a crazy year with football, with COVID-19, to your playing days at Millington as well. But I just want to bring up some interesting stats that a lot of fans do not know about Tommy Clifton. His freshman year, he had 190 rushing yards and 925 passing yards, 9 touchdowns and 15 interceptions. Sophomore year, he had a little bit of injury bug, 28 rushes and 324 passing yards. Junior year, 458 rushing yards, 8 touchdowns, and about 9 touchdowns and 4 interceptions passed in the football. But his senior year, where he really put on the mark, like we talked about with Darren Garcia yesterday, Tommy, your senior year, you had a breakout season in 1,672 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 8.7 yards carrying the football, rushing. And then you also had 9 100-plus rushing yards games as well, but at 1,238 yards passing with 13 touchdowns. So pretty much you had a great career at Millington, 23-48 rushing, 37 touchdowns, and 35-88 passing for 31 touchdowns. And you're second in school history. So congratulations on that mark as well with all 4 years at the Millington High School Trojans. And then the senior year, or the game that really stood out to me last year that you put was on the mark of that crazy FACS game where y'all won 41-34.
Mm-hmm.
So Tommy, thank you for, like I said, thank you for joining us. But just talk about your year in general as at Harding so far as a freshman with the craziness that's been going on in this world with COVID-19.
It's definitely been crazy, a lot of ups and downs, but it's also got a lot of pros and cons to it. One of the pros would be, I get a whole extra year to learn the offense and really get into the system and have more of a chance there. And same with school, it kind of lets me ease into my first semester as not having a season or anything, just be able to relax and get schoolwork and put that ahead first and everything. But yeah, it's definitely been crazy, but I'm really liking it, really enjoying it.
Now, y'all going to like a spring football season, or y'all just going to skip it all together this year, or what is the plans for the spring?
Right now, we've scheduled 3 scrimmages for the spring, but as of right now, that's all I know.
I gotcha.
I know that y'all are playing you're in the GAC, correct?
Yes.
Well, as a matter of fact, I live in Crossett, Arkansas. So my boss and his son both played at Ouachita Baptist, which is a big the Harding plays every year. Now, are y'all still running triple option like Harding's been doing forever?
Yep, still flex bone triple option.
Do you enjoy that?
I do. It's been a hard long transition going from a West Coast offense to a triple option, but I really do enjoy the triple option. There's a lot to it.
What is it? I mean, what is it like just, as a player in that's playing and practicing and doing everything, getting ready during the COVID era? And it's crazy to even say to use the term COVID era, but give us as non-football players just a little insight into the testing and having to make sure that you're doing what you have to do off the field to keep not only you safe, but your teammates and coaches as well.
Yeah, well, on campus, every time we enter a building, we have to have a mask on. Every time we're around someone or talking to someone, we have to have a mask on. Like, so really it's just like it's on us, personally to like keep ourselves safe and keep everyone else safe. But, the deans and the administrations are definitely very strict about it. We can't have it below our nose or anything. And just simple stuff like that you see around every day.
Gotcha. Good.
Tommy, talk about, I know with Chris Michael being your head coach who played at the University of Memphis back in the day, and Darren Garcia was your offense coordinator, talk about, like you said, you were in a West Coast offense in high school, I believe, and it spread a little bit as well, to now that triple option. Like, I know it takes, like, against your defense, for example, it does take your defense like 2 weeks sometimes. Like in college, for example, it's harder to prepare against that,
Mm-hmm.
Can you just talk about, like, is it that hard to actually defend, or is it just, or is it you got to take a few days to actually mentally prepare yourself in your head? Or I'm not saying you're going to give us a game plan or anything like that, but my cousin and them basically faced a team in Knoxville Webb a while back at ECS when they did the triple option as well, kind of like that. So can you talk about, like, how hard it is actually to defend that?
To defend the triple option?
Yeah.
I think it's the hardest offense to prepare for and defend. Most teams nowadays run mainly spread and throw the ball around. So I think it's hard going all season defending a spread and having your secondary and playing back and everything, and then you bring everybody down to the box, and everybody has so many responsibilities because pretty much every play, especially as a quarterback, I got like four different like things to read. So like it's just I think it's the hardest defense to defend there is, really.
Yeah, I mean, and then when you start throwing in motions, a lot of teams that run triple option will throw in motions and stuff just to move the eyes. Once you move the eyes, you've moved the man, as you well know, running that offense. Give me some excitements that you have going into your freshman year of college. What are you looking forward to this football season?
I think the most thing I'm looking forward to is probably like playing around, for sure playing in a new system and under a new coaching staff. But probably playing under our starting quarterback, who's a fifth-year senior. He's a big time leader for us, and I think it's a different culture at Harding, and I think it excites me the most to be around a whole new setting, because going from being like the top guy, the top leader, to being under everybody, so just a whole new experience, new culture around me. I think that's probably the most exciting.
Well, it's a whole new mindset, I'm sure, as well. You go from being the top dog to now you're an understudy. I mean, can you give us just some things that the starting quarterback has maybe shown you or taught you, little nuances about the offenses or the offense and even the program?
Yeah, it's just every day we're at practice and studying film, he gives me new pointers on what a different tag is, or like what a different defensive coverage is, or just pretty much everything. Every day he gives me a new tip on what to read and how to read it and everything.
That's awesome.
I mean, I want to go back to your high school days again for a minute, but talk about some your senior or your 4-year memories that you have as a Millington Trojan.
Well, it's people always overlook Millington, but my thing has always been it's really not about winning as much at Millington. we really focus on like building that bond and the brotherhood. So all 4 years I just playing with guys from when I was 7 years old. Just yeah, it's different playing at Millington. I think it's different than everywhere else. It's just overall a great thing to me.
Any type of memories like for maybe like a game or two that other than the FACS game last year?
Well, yeah, you already knew I was going to say the FACS game. But,
where there's like 1,000 yards combined.
Yeah. If I had to pick another one, though, it'd probably be the Dyersburg game, the playoff game, the first round. I think I had 200 pass yards, 200 rush yards, and 6 touchdowns. I remember the very first play of the game, I scored, and then one of my biggest linemen was right behind me, just trucking it. So, yeah, probably the Dyersburg game.
Any team that y'all or that you wish that you played on the schedule back in the day, other than y'all didn't have on, or that y'all did have on the schedule? I know you enjoyed those M&M bowls, but
Yeah, the M&M bowls were always good, but a team I still wish we played is Tipton Rosemark, and we actually played them this year. But I've always wanted to play Tipton Rosemark.
Talk about a player that you have always looked up to in the NFL ranks and a little bit of the college ranks as well.
In the NFL,
or who do you like play your style to? Like Tim Tebow, for example. I know he was a passer and a runner, just like yourself. That's one reason I'm giving the Tim Tebow for an example.
Yeah, well, in the NFL, I'd probably say Kyler Murray or Deshaun Watson. I really like watching them too. Yeah, and then I like watching Larry Fitzgerald too, off the field. Then on the college level, probably I like Spencer Rattler. His moxie. And then who else?
Tim Tebow.
Yeah, Tebow. Yeah, I haven't watched much.
It's all good.
Much college ball to watch this year. I like the UCLA quarterback, Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Yeah, he's a nice little quarterback, man. He's nice. Go ahead, John.
Tommy, did you have any other offers other than Harding?
Yeah, I had Hendrix College over in Conway, and then I had Ouachita Baptist, Arkansas Tech, and Southern Nazarene. And they're also in the GAC.
Yeah. So what made you choose Harding over all those other universities?
Well, fun fact, Harding was the only school I went on a visit to, like an official visit. So I went on a couple other game day visits, but my only official visit was to Harding. And whenever I got there, it just felt like I needed to be there. It really felt like it was where God wanted me to be, because it felt like home.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. John, do you have anything else?
Like, what do you do in your free time other than football right now?
What, my last question. Go ahead.
Well, when we were on campus, I usually just spent most of my time in the dorm, getting to know the other freshmen more and spending a lot of time with them. But other than that, I'd go to our indoor facility and get some work in, or just go to the weight room and watch film and stuff.
Dang, I didn't know Harding had indoor.
Yeah, we have a 135-yard indoor facility.
Yeah, they've
I'm coming there next week. No kidding.
Man, John, surprisingly, I went up and watched Ouachita Baptist play the Mule Riders. It was SAU last year, and man, those facilities are nice. I mean, it really is. John, you would enjoy watching some GAC football, man. They have a lot of fun. Their fans are really passionate about it. And the games that I've seen so far are really good football games. But Tommy, thank you very much for being on the show with us today. We're definitely going to be keeping up with you here on College Football Pick'em with Wes and John. Thank you very much. Good luck to you this season. And God bless you, man. You there, John?
Yeah, I'm here. Tom, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank y'all.